8 o'clock call. You want to drink it black? I was robbed. They tried to run me over with the getaway car. We almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured his skull. Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer, arrested twice before, but with...
Oh shit. Hey Red Crew Papa, what's up, man? Happy birthday to you, sir. Nothing special here, man. I'm just gonna be going through some of my what do you call them? Loose cars, just kind of sorting through them and stuff. So nothing exciting. Stay as long as you like. Leave as quick as you want. Experimentalist, thanks, man. All is very well, actually. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Is that you, Maggie, or is that the cat? That's the cat. Oh, man. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Here, but we can just ignore... Let's just say in the last 9 months, the Russian military has succeeded in advancing 36 kilometers. We've talked about this on the channel. Why?
Right on, man.
Ukraine provides resources and allocates defenders to protect this tree line or that field. Putting more guys.
Hope you got some good presents, sir. Okay. Alright, so basically all I'm doing is kind of logging what I have that's loose so I can look through this live stream later. It's basically for my own records and stuff, so if anyone wants to hang out and watch this, you're more than welcome to. I just figured I'd go live in case anyone wanted to say something. Let's see. Oh. hi, Penny. What's up? All right. Perfect. It's the Larry Wood. Oh my God, Penny. Okay.
Doesn't increase the likelihood that that tree line or trench will be held. Increasing the number of
All right,
defenders
Penny, thanks.
in a field
Jeez.
means more defenders will just die under an artillery barrage or a glide bomb attack. So there's a military science to it, but there's only so many guys they should put in any geographic region.
All right.
And if the Russians allocate enough metal and men and bombs, they will take that field, they will take that tree line. So the Russians have been brute forcing their way,
See how well
taking
it
horrendous
stays.
losses
Nope.
to
Not
get
there.
to the city of Pokrovsk.
How about now?
This is what they view as the key to this region, taking this triple junction of the highway, cutting off supplies going this direction,
Okay.
cutting off
Not
supplies
rolling
going
anymore.
this
Good.
direction. And Pokrovsk is, for Donetsk, a big city. Avdiivka, pre-war population was about 30,000. Bakhmut was 60,000. And Pokrovsk is also 60,000. So to take this city, the Russian military really only has one move. They're just going to rain artillery on the entire town for months. Every day, an artillery unit firing North Korean shells. They're going to destroy this house, they're going to destroy this house, they're going to destroy this house. Every single day, systematically, house by house. In the events there's Ukrainian defenders living in that house or using that basement as a headquarters. So they're going to destroy every building like they did to Bakhmut. And then it's going to be meat waves. They're going to try and find people they don't care about to bum rush into the city to just waste Ukrainian ammunition. So will the Russians take the city of Pokrovsk? Maybe. At the rate they're going? In a year and a half? Potentially, yeah. Let's get to the story that I find the most amusing. 6-day blaze expands in Rostov oil depot after reported follow-up of a Ukrainian drone strike. We're now on day 7. Day 7 of this oil depot fire. And it looked like the fire might be going out. And Ukraine hit it again. I didn't see that coming. That's pretty brilliant. Rostov fuel depot blaze aggravated by a second Ukrainian drone strike. Residents living close to the oil and gas inferno in its 6th day reported yet more explosions overnight. There's videos. I will link these videos down below, but congratulations, Russia.
Yeah,
This
that's
has
better.
to be the largest oil depot fire in world history. You're going on 7 days. That's incredible. Once again, videos. I'll link them down below. But here is the town. We can zoom out. And this is the Rostov region of Russia. So we can zoom back in. And this is the town of Prolitarsk. And the oil depot is just southeast of the town. And these containers must have all been full. Ukraine slammed into one, it triggered a fire. Basically this popcorn effect where more of the canisters every 12 or 6 hours or whatever, the next one goes. And then it slow cooks and eventually explodes the next one. And Russian firefighter crews can't stop this chain reaction. And the fires have been going for so long and are so bad, they've actually spread into the town. This region of Prolitarsk is now on fire. Homes are on fire. And I don't think the firefighting crews in this region have the resources to now deal with the fire happening in the city. Videos, I'll link them down below. I can show you screenshots, but I don't think I can show you videos of the destruction. And these barrels of gasoline, God forbid, it's really scary. This was a Russian fuel train car. going right next to the oil depot through the fire. Locals on the ground were taking video. This is a firefighter hiding behind some hay bales, but that's the inferno on day 6 of the fire. This is a video of a firefighting crew inside their truck saying, "F, it exploded, our guys are over there." I don't know if any Russian firefighters have been killed, but there are reports of Russian firefighters who have been injured with heat stroke or burns as a result of trying to fight this fire. I think the Kremlin ordered these priests to come a little bit closer to the fire in order to continue praying that the fire will go out. But I don't think this priest brought enough holy water to stop all this jet fuel and kerosene from continuing to ignite. What else is going wrong for Russia? Ukrainian strike sinks fuel-laden ferry in a Russian port. The ferry reportedly was carrying 30 fuel tanks and was targeted by a Neptune missile launched from Odessa. The Ukrainian Navy confirms the Kerch Strait's last operating Russian ferry has now been destroyed with a Neptune missile strike. Ukraine got the intelligence that this ferry was being loaded up with fuel train cars. This has a lot of people confused. If the rail line going across the bridge is still operational, why would Russia waste time loading rail fuel cars onto a ship just to cross the Kerch Strait? But it's Russia, it doesn't have to make sense. This is the Conroe Trader ferry, and Ukraine hit it with a Neptune missile. We don't have a video of the moment of impact, but this happened during the daytime. Lots of people were at this ferry taking video of the destruction. Here's a satellite image showing the ferry. This is the before, the day before the attack, and here's the after. Yeah, I'd say that boats and that ferry are going to be out of commission for quite some time. Let's follow up on the Russian airfield that was also attacked by drones. Ukrainian long-range drones blast and set ablaze a Russian military airfield, fuel and ammunition depots. So we have the satellite images, and it took a day for the experts to look at it and assess potentially what was the damage. People are focusing on these hangars and the destruction and potentially what planes were inside. And a Su-34 and a Su-24 were completely destroyed in the repair zone. A Su-34 was destroyed or damaged in Hangar 3. 2 Su-34s were likely damaged in Hangars 5 and 6. And a Su-24 was likely damaged in Hangar 7. It's unclear if there was an aircraft in Hangar 4. So yeah, this was huge losses. This was the fuel depot, ammunition depot, and then their jets parked out on this airfield east of Moscow. Police neutralized 4 inmates after hostage standoff at a Volgograd prison. These were members of a terrorist group who took control of a Russian prison in Volgograd. They were making demands. They wanted a helicopter and several $1 million, and that's just not how Russia responds to hostage situations. So, of course, the prison was stormed, and the hostages were killed. All of the terrorists were killed. This is what Russia does whenever this happens. But I do want to share this video of Putin trying to put out a video. The occupation of Kursk is the new normal. He doesn't want to talk about that.
Hot reel, bro.
But he is sensitive about Islamic terrorism. This is something, I guess, that still concerns the Russian
Interesting
public.
how many people are actually
So Putin
subscribed
felt
to
the
this
need to put out
channel.
this
So
video, and I just want you to observe his body language for about 30 seconds.
Уважаемые коллеги, добрый день. Здравствуйте. Начальник ФСИН доложил мне ситуацию, которая складывается в одном из мест лишения свободы в Волгоградской области. Хотел бы в этой связи послушать соображения и оценки министра внутренних дел, директора ФСБ. Виктор Анатольевич Золотов. Будет у меня...
hey, Aaron, I think I'm gonna go to the that
There is
flea
video,
market
I'll link
tomorrow.
it down below, of the terrorists harming
Let me know
people
if you're
inside
going.
the prison. Of course, they're terrorists. They're going to harm people. And then the Russians, after killing all the terrorists, released the pictures. They did the exact same thing with the Crocus City Hall attacks. If you commit acts of terrorism against
Awesome,
Russia,
man. See you there.
they're going to broadcast all over social media that there's no benefits. They're going to brutalize you and make you pay if you attempt to do this. But that's not how terrorists think and operate. These men, in some respects, want to die. So I think the terrorist situation is only going to get worse as the Caucasus region is restless at the moment. Let's talk about a foreign visit. Modi meets with President Zelensky on a historic Ukraine visit. It's unclear if Modi could be an effective deal maker. He still has good relations with Putin, giving him a hug last month on the same day that Russia bombed the children's hospital in Kyiv. Indian Prime Minister Modi urges a peaceful resolution of the war in Ukraine during his historic visit to Kyiv. Does the Prime Minister of India actually want peace? India overtakes China as Russia's top oil buyer in the month of July. If the Indians or the Chinese actually wanted peace, then they could participate in economic sanctions against Russia. It's been 2.5 years. If they thought they just could do business as normal with the Russians and eventually Russia would win, Russia can't win. The fastest way to end this war is to give Ukraine all the weapons they need and apply maximum financial pressure on the Russians. If the Chinese and the Indians just helped a little bit, it could end this war a lot faster for everyone. Let's now talk about U.S. politics. It's coming up in 70 days. Kamala Harris formally accepts the Democratic nomination for president, says she will stand strong with Ukraine. So here's the moment of her acceptance speech that's relevant to this channel, saying that she will stand strong with Ukraine and NATO.
Not abdicate our global leadership. Trump, on the other hand, threatened to abandon NATO. He encouraged Putin to invade our allies. Said Russia could, quote, do whatever the hell they want. 5 days before Russia attacked Ukraine, I met with President Zelensky to warn him about Russia's plan to invade. I helped mobilize a global response over 50 countries to defend against Putin's aggression. And as president, I will stand strong with Ukraine and our NATO allies.
Hell yeah.
I will stand strong with Ukraine and our NATO allies. That is what the nominee for both our political parties should be saying. But only one nominee for our two political parties is willing to say that. The Republican nominee praises Putin, praises the Russians, and attacks NATO, saying that if Russia wants to invade any NATO country who doesn't pay up to Trump, they can do whatever the hell they want. So let's quick talk about RFK Jr. As soon as I saw the first video clip of this guy, I knew he was a Russian agent. RFK Jr. suspends his presidential bid and backs Donald Trump before appearing with him at his rally. So the same billionaires that are funding Donald Trump were also funding RFK Jr. Because of his family name Kennedy. His job was to steal Democratic votes away from Kamala Harris. That wasn't working. RFK was actually stealing more votes from Trump, so people stopped giving him money. He dropped out, and he's endorsed Donald Trump. And RFK Jr. is insane. He was polling at like 4 or 5%, but do I need to explain any more than this headline? RFK Jr. admits to dumping a dead bear in Central Park, solving a decade-old mystery. 10 years ago, when RFK Jr. was a young man, 60 years old, he killed a baby bear, mutilated the body, took fun pictures and videos with it, and then dumped the body of the bear in Central Park in Manhattan. This man is insane. He was getting 4 or 5%. He was being funded by the same people who were funding Trump, working with the Russians. It's all consolidated now and come together. So here's RFK Jr. speaking for himself why he's chosen to endorse Donald Trump.
And now, to throw my support to President Trump, the causes were free speech, the war in Ukraine, and the war on our children.
So that's why. 3 issues. Free speech, and whenever people like Elon Musk talk about free speech, they're talking about protecting the free speech of propagandists from Russia, China, or whoever. He then says the war in Ukraine. We believe him when he says that. And then he says freedom or protection of our children. And RFK says his number 1 issue is the health of children, which is a euphemism for being anti-vax. This is the center of everything he believes, and he knows right-wing populism is the only movement stupid enough to give him what he wants. RFK Jr. hates vaccines. He's anti-vax, even though there's zero science to support anything he says or believes in. And if I have to give Donald Trump credit on something, Donald Trump is not anti-vax. Donald Trump is fully vaccinated. Donald Trump's entire family is fully vaccinated for everything. And Donald Trump doesn't promote vaccine conspiracies. Donald Trump will promote COVID-19 conspiracies, and he'll say that the pandemic wasn't severe or it was all a hoax. But Donald Trump doesn't talk about vaccines. So if RFK Jr. is not endorsing Donald Trump because of Trump's position on vaccines, it's one issue. It's just Ukraine. RFK Jr. is putting all his support behind Trump to help the Russians win, to destroy Ukraine. And he even says so on stage with Donald Trump right there.
He also told me that he wanted to end the grip of the neocons on U.S. foreign policy. He said he didn't want any more $200 billion wars in Ukraine, that we could use that money back here in the United States.
No more. RFK Jr. is saying Trump told him no more $200 billion wars in Ukraine. We can use that money here in the United States. So it's not been $200 billion, let's not lie. Additionally, more than 80% of that money never leaves the United States. We give Ukraine old weapons, stuff that we built in the 80s and 90s, stuff that we're going to have to decommission or dispose of anyways. We then allocate money to build brand new stuff for ourselves. Those are American jobs, that's growing American GDP, that's generating tax revenue in important states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Texas, Wisconsin, Florida. It's all a sham, guys. It's just a sham. Here's RFK Jr. getting burgers with Bobby. This was posted 3 weeks ago. Scott Ritter is a convicted child sex offender who's currently being investigated by the FBI for being a foreign agent of Russia. And a guy running for president proudly took this selfie with him. And now all these people have consolidated behind Trump to help the Russians win. If you're watching my videos and you still support Trump, I don't know how I can connect the dots any more clearly for you guys. Here's the tweets. After decades of aggressive expansion, does anyone really think NATO is a defensive alliance anymore? I'm done. Kamala Harris is going to win. Donald Trump is going to lose in November. Military support for Ukraine will continue for another year or two, and Russia has no hope of winning this war.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let's get to the good news for Ukraine. Lithuania to provide Ukraine with short-range air defense systems and 5,000 drones before this winter. Thank you so much to the people of Lithuania. Netherlands to donate advanced mobile drone detection radars to Ukraine. Thank you so much to the fantastic people of the Netherlands. The United States announced its 64th military aid package for Ukraine, worth $125 million. It's the usual stuff. artillery shells and tow missiles and javelins and HIMARS ammunition. 115 Ukrainians returned home in the first POW exchange since the Kursk region offensive. This is a prize. This is a victory. With thousands of these conscripts being taken prisoner in the Kursk region, maximum pressure is going to be applied on the Kremlin for them just to give Ukraine back all their POWs. There's no reason Russia needs to hold on to any of these guys. All right, update on the fundraiser. It's been a very good week. If you didn't see the fundraiser launch video, I'll link it down below, but we're currently trying to fundraise another $1 million. Our YouTube community did this back in May for my birthday. We fundraised almost 1.2 million. We launched this fundraiser starting Monday, and on day 5, day 6, we're at $806,437. Thank you so much to everyone who supports Ukraine, who watches these videos. If you're on a tight budget or you're already donating to Ukraine in other ways, don't worry about this fundraiser. Give this video a like. Leave me a nice positive comments. It helps. But I just want to share with you, if you're still on the fence, whether or not you want to kick in $5, $10, or $20. Let me share with you 2 more units that are going to be getting drones and trucks from our fundraiser. The first one is the 14th Unmanned Aerial Surveillance Reconnaissance Unit, I think that's their name. But this is the video they made for our channel.
We are members of the Unmanned System Forces. Hence, the USF is first of its kind, newly formed branch of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. We require assistance in carrying off-road vehicles, such as pickup trucks, for swift logistics to the areas of operation. We ask NIFA, Charity, Count Help 99, and Jake Brew Company to help the Unmanned System Forces, the world first of its kind, with their request. On behalf of USF, we'll make sure that Russia will be defeated. Glory to Ukraine! Glory to the heroes!
These guys are looking good. We got one more video request, this time from the 79th Brigade. And this is their drone shop.
Hello, Jake Bro. Hello, NAFO. I'm from Tech Drone Units of a 79 Air Assault Brigade, guys. And here we are in our workshop, drone workshop, guys. This is heart of our unit, and here is Dr. Death. He makes drones to kill Russians, and I want to show you something. Follow me. Guys, it's drones. Every drone able to destroy tank, kill infantry, and other. So we need them more and more. We will never have enough of drones because Russians are too many. But also we need vehicles, cars, to bring these drones to our combat positions. So if you would like, it would be really great if you will help us to collect money for drones, for cars. It's gonna be a really good support for Ukraine, for our army. So thanks everybody who helped collect money for this, who help us, who support Ukraine. You're the best. Glory to Ukraine and glory to volunteers. Glory to you.
Hell yeah.
Drones and trucks save lives. Thanks for being a part of this, guys. That's all for this update video. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. If you found this video informative, give me a thumbs up. Best way to support the channel.
That was Jake Bro.
My home, my rules. My internet, now that too. Introducing My Home from Verizon. It's internet made simple. Choose what you need, change what...
Oh, hey everybody, I'm back again. Today I will be talking about two cars that were supposed to be in the first movies, but they never got to make an appearance at all. I'll get to that right after this message by my sponsor. Hey guys, I have a new sponsor. It's Fan Home. So about a year ago, I was contacted with helping with set decoration. Why? Why me? Because many companies donated or loaned their products in the hopes of getting their logos on the big screen. So I had to go to those people to beg for parts. If you look at that Racer's Edge scene, all those banners and parts on the shelves, and even some of the t-shirts were part of the effort to make it look like a real car accessory store, and it was right on point. So one of the vendors, a company called Atomic Zen, sent me t-shirts to my home rather than Eddie's shop. So the next time I drove up there, the picture car warehouse, they were filling up the red Ford Lightning with front bumpers and body kits from various sponsors. I think it was like Gretty, Valeside, Wings West, and a few others. And I was looking up on the top of the truck, and I could see part of the bumper, and I looked at that, and I was like, that's a Mazda Miata bumper. We don't have any Mazda Miata. What's going on? It was obviously, everybody looked at it and said, yep, Mazda Miata. And then I realized there was no Mazda Miata. We were all looking at everybody else. We looked on the key list. Nope, no Miata. What's going on? In fact, we never even seriously considered the Mazda Miata. Not because it's not a good car. On the contrary, it's a very good car. Actually, it would have been a great car for one of the female actresses, but we didn't think about that really. But the truth is that using convertibles in a movie like this causes problems. What problems? First, when the roof is off, the audience can see that it's not the actor driving the car, it's a stunt driver. We had problems with the Suzuki car on Too Fast, Too Furious, remember? This makes the second unit's job much more complicated because second unit takes care of the stunts. So I asked my boss, are we using a Miata anywhere in this picture? And he said, nope. So back to that box of Atomic Zen t-shirts. The box had banners in the boxes too. So I was told to go over to the Racer's Edge set to drop them off. When I got there, they were still setting up, and it looked really good. They already had a ton of displays of tuner parts, polished nitrous bottles, intake manifolds, wheels, suspension parts. It was a candy store, man. Found train parts, and
this
even
is
wheels.
almost over.
Man, it was like an auto box. Remember that store? But something caught my eye in the corner. It was bright red, and as I walked closer, I could see that it was a car, but I couldn't identify it from 25 feet. It was a beautiful shade of red. It resembled a 1954 Jaguar D-Type, but modern. And I was, what is this? Looking closer, I could see some of the interior. Instead of a proper set of gauges and switches, every gauge and switch was an aftermarket part. Clearly, this was a concept car like those you see at the advanced.
I have some more loose ones, but I was going through those. So, there you go. Alright, so this was my log of my loose cars for myself. Whoever hung out here, thank you for hanging out. I'm done. Yeah, that's what this particular channel is for, Nostalgic 2. Just for random stuff that I feel like putting up here. Alright everyone, thanks for watching.